I have another giant crate of product empties to get into. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these videos. Welcome. My name's Charlotte if you're new here. I just post about more or less whatever I want, but today we're going to be talking about a couple of months worth of product empties. So in this box there's some beauty, there's some makeup, there's some kind of shower and bath products, there's home fragrance, there's vitamins. We've got a lot in here. I started this series over on my TikTok page. It's giving very much like old school YouTube vibes, which I really enjoy. Over on my TikTok page it was very rapid fire, so it was, did I like this product, yes or no? Would I rebuy this product, yes or no? I've expanded this onto YouTube because I'd quite like to go a little bit more in depth about maybe why I like the product, why I would rebuy it, that kind of thing. I think this is like a month or two worth of empties. I am getting quite good at reducing my beauty consumption despite what this video makes it look like. So a lot of this stuff is existing stuff that I've had in my cupboard. I now only tend to rebuy if I absolutely need the product, if I'm about to run out. And it's something that I use daily. If not, if it's like a shower gel or something, I will just go into my cupboard and see what I've got that can replace it. I'm sure you're all quite aware, and even though I am relatively small in terms of content creation, this industry of influencing is very wasteful. A lot of this product that is in here is going to be gifted or sent to me as PR. I will be completely transparent about which products those are. I would like to just mention that, however, even though some of them are gifted / PR, none of them have been sent to me with the intent of mentioning them in this video, so I haven't been sent these to create content with specifically for this. So this is still a really fair, unbiased opinion. I'm not gonna let a free product get in the way of being authentic. I didn't mean to ramble for so long, but all the products that I have been sent, I will specify that clearly for you. Without further delay, let's get started. I don't know what to start with, to be honest. Let's do a shower gel. This is a shower gel by that brand TriMoon. I think you can get these in like Waitrose and loads of supermarkets. This one's called Sunny Brazilian Love. I bought this because I've seen that it's a really similar dupe to the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum like shower gel scent. I've never used a shower gel, but I have used a Brazilian Bum Bum cream and a perfume, and it does smell really similar. Did I like this? Yes, I did, and I think I would buy this again. It's just really good value. I'm a sucker for like a fancy shower gel, so I had this at the end of summer. It's a really nice summery scent. It's really hard to describe the scent. It's like a creamy summer smell. If you've never smelled Sol de Janeiro, I really don't know how to describe it. I'm not very good with scent descriptors. It's kind of coconutty, it's kind of fruity, it's kind of creamy. It's quite summery. So yeah, I would say I would absolutely buy this again because it's good value. It does the job. I always like to have a cheap shower gel and a slightly nicer shower gel. The cheap ones for my boyfriend to use because he keeps using all my bougie ones that I buy. So this is like the filler one that I put in the shower. Up next is a makeup product. This is the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Setting Spray. I think this featured in my last video. There's barely anything left in it. It's like spraying all wet and yuck. This is one of the best high street setting sprays I've ever tried. I really feel like this lasts. It says it's a makeup fixing spray. It's an ultra matte finish. I don't necessarily feel like it's matte, but I do think it keeps my makeup on. So I've rebought this time and time again. If you see it in store, make sure you get it because it's always sold out. I'll go in 5 times and only be able to get it once. So I usually buy 2 or 3 at the same time because I think they're around £8 to £10. So fairly on the higher price point for a setting spray, but does the job. I really like this, and usually I would say I would rebuy it. I haven't rebought it because I'm trying out another setting spray because this was out of stock, and my only criticism of this is I don't really like the mist on it. I've only realised that recently, having got a new e.l.f. setting spray, and the mist is a lot finer. This, when you start to run out of it, is a very like PC bitty setting spray. It's quite heavy. The water in it's quite heavy. Does that make sense? There's nothing left in it now, but if you don't shake it and do like a test spray before, you sometimes get water droplets in your face. So that's kind of my only criticism with it, and you can't really decant it into another bottle because it's not a liquid with a straw thing. It's like an aerosol can. Ultimately, would I rebuy this? Yes. Will I rebuy this? I'm not sure. This box is like really sticky and disgusting, so I didn't rinse. Oh, there's my hairbrush. because I didn't rinse any of the bottles out before putting them in, so whoopsie. CosRx Acne Pimple Master Patches. There's 24 in here. These are straight up the best spot patches I've ever used in my whole entire life. This is my third or fourth rebuy of these. I got them firstly on TikTok shop like maybe a year ago. I think it was $6.99 for 18 of them. They come in this cute little like packet. I haven't kept the inside bit, but they come on 2 different sheets and you get about 3 different sizes. So you get really tiny ones, a medium sized one, and then less of the bigger ones. They are the only one I've used that works. If you put it on, your spot is flat the next day. You might still be a bit red, but I have never met a spot that these didn't like. They are a little bit more spenny compared to other pimple patches, but to be honest, people are spending so much money on the Starface ones, so I don't really, yeah, I've never tried the Starface ones. I've heard like not great things about them. They look cute, but these are really clear and they're really hard to spot on your skin. I reckon if I had one now and I was filming, you would barely be able to see it, because I don't really wear them out of the house during the day, but you definitely could. I'm not a big proponent of that, but you definitely could. So let me now get into my issue with these particular ones. I had a bit of a drama with these. So I was ordering them on TikTok shop, and that's not something I do much anymore because I've been burned. Looked like the same seller I bought them from before. I think I bought them from Look Fantastic. They were out of stock on Look Fantastic, so I think I went for another seller. They had loads and loads of really good reviews. Bearing in mind, I've bought these twice or 3 times before this packet. They arrived. I think these are fake. The front package looks exactly the same, looks really legit, except for it had a big barcode sticker over the front. So immediately I was like, that's weird, why have they covered it? So I peeled it off to check that it wasn't like obviously a fake underneath, and it looked about fine. I looked on the back, and so obviously I know this is a Korean skincare brand, but the last few packets I've bought haven't had, I don't think they've had Korean instructions on the back, but something about the back just looked slightly off to me. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Opened them up, took out the 2 little sheets, and they felt completely different, and that's when I knew they were fake straight away. So the spot stickers that are originally the CosRx ones, they've got a little bit of a raised texture to them, so they feel a little bit bubbly. They're not like a flat sticker, obviously, because they're a hydrocolloid patch, you know, kind of like blister stickers or Blistex, not Blistex, Compeed. They've got that little kind of raised squishy element to them. They stretch out when you take them off. They're really like rubbery feeling. These were literally flat stickers that looked like matte sellotape. In retrospect, now I look at it, they clearly had no product in them because they were honestly like 2D flat like sellotape. I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I thought maybe they've rebranded or done something different with the formula since they've been so popular, and I haven't reordered any official ones, so I still don't know if this is the case. If anyone does know, let me know, but I'm so sure they were fake. I probably shouldn't have continued to use them and try them out, but because I thought maybe they'd reformulated, I thought let me try. So I had an absolute fucking honker of a spot, popped it on, the next day it literally did nothing. I will say they did stay on very well because the CosRx are also the only ones, the original ones, that actually stay on overnight and don't come off, I found. So yeah, I used the whole packet because I naively just thought maybe it's more than just sellotape, maybe they will actually do something. So did I like this batch? No. Would I rebuy this batch? No. Do I like the original CosRx? Yes. Would I rebuy the original ones? Yes. Just stop buying your beauty off TikTok shop, sellers, for the love of God, please. We all know the fake beauty industry is a huge issue. It's all over Amazon, it's all over eBay, but just be so careful. Don't do what I did. Don't be stupid like me, because you just don't know what you're putting on your skin. You don't know what chemicals are in them. You don't know like if they've been tampered with. You don't know if they're sterile or hygienic. So for the love of God, if you think something is fake, don't be like me and use it till it's finished. I'll move on to a little hair care now, and this was gifted to me. This was gifted to me as PR a really long time ago. I have a lot of hair products, so I go through them very slowly. I think if you've been around with me since I've long time been a hair account, you will know the amount of hair PR I have, and I'm still working to get through, is a little bit ridiculous. So while I'm very grateful for it, all the hair stuff kind of comes through in like weird dribs and drabs. Long story short, yeah, I was gifted this alongside the conditioner, which I haven't finished using yet. This is the Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Shampoo. Absolutely love Amika's branding. I think it's so pretty, and I've heard really good things about Amika, so when I received this I was really looking forward to trying it. One thing as well I'm going to give Amika points for is the accessibility of the packaging. Now hear me out, given the amount of hair products I've tried in the last 2 years, some of it is so hard to squeeze and get out, and all I've ever thought is if you don't have good arm strength or good hand strength or the use of 2 hands, it's literally impossible to use some of these products. If me, an able-bodied person with full functioning use of both of their hands and kind of like a decent amount of strength, is struggling to get your £60 conditioner or shampoo out the bottle, how the hell is someone who's not able-bodied gonna get it out? I don't know, that's really been on my mind, the accessibility of packaging, like the last 2 years, especially with the amount of kind of new products I've tried out. So Amika gained points for this being easy to get out of here. Smells alright, smells like salon-y. Do I like this product? Yeah, I do. The shampoo is quite nice. It's a very gentle shampoo, so it's not super stripping, it's not very like detoxing. So I think if you're like me and you're on a 10-day kind of haven't washed, full of product, I would recommend, obviously I'd always say double shampoo, but double shampoo with something alongside this. It does feel very hydrating and moisturising, I will give it that, but it doesn't feel very cleansing in the grand scheme of things. I do really like this product. I didn't love it when I first tried it. It took me a whole bottle's worth. While I like this product, I don't think I'd buy this product with my own money. Amika shampoo and conditioner is kind of like mid-range. It's not super expensive, but it's definitely not cheap. So I think there's other shampoos that I would rather spend that money on that I knew that I've loved straight off the bat. This is just what works for my hair and my hair type. So I can say if I had to choose between the shampoo and the conditioner, I would definitely buy the shampoo over the conditioner. I'm not enamoured with the conditioner. I still have about half a bottle to use, but yeah, not obsessed with it. I would prioritise trying some of the other range over buying this one. Let me lower you down because my legs have gone a bit dead from sitting on the floor. Right, let's do something easy next up. I finished a tub of brown Vaseline. Look at that. I am so proud of myself. I still have like another 3 tubs knocking around. How rare is that I've managed to finish this before I've lost it? I know Vaseline gets a bit of a bad rap for not actually moisturising your lips, but one thing you all know about me is I am a firm lip balm and lip product lover. This is something I always splurge on, but something I always have on me is Vaseline. I usually always layer a lip treatment and then pop the Vaseline on top of it to seal it in. So do I like this? Of course I do, very much so. And would I rebuy this? Yes. I have a blue and a green somewhere, and the green's nearly done, the blue is years off being done, but the brown is my favourite, I've decided. Also, when I get dry patches and I put like an intense skin treatment on, I seal it in with a bit of Vaseline. I feel that's probably not very good if you've got clog prone skin, but it just really helps when it's really dry outside. Let's do some vitamins. These are the Nutravita 500mg ashwagandha supplements. These were free. I got gifted these. I went to an event and they were just in the gift bag I got. I actually was really gassed about this because I wanted to try ashwagandha supplements for a long time anyway, and then lo and behold it was in this gift bag. I've spoken about ashwagandha in one of my videos before, I think. These are just supplements you take once daily. Please do your research on taking supplements. Don't take my word at it because I research what's good for my body. That's a disclaimer. Ashwagandha is supposed to be really good for lowering cortisol, which has direct links with stress, and also just emotional regulation. From my understanding of it, you shouldn't take ashwagandha constantly. So while I really like these, I've taken the 1 packet. I finished them quite a while ago and I probably won't buy another one and start taking it. So these are once in and every while. There was, how many capsules were there in here? 60. So obviously that's 60 days of taking it, so more or less 2 months if you remember to take it every single day, which I definitely didn't. But once I've taken it in a row for 60 days, I've obviously run out and I've stopped for a little bit, but I will get back onto it and rebuy some more in the future. I personally did notice a difference in how calm I was feeling kind of day to day after I'd taken these. You do need a natural cortisol spike in the morning, that's my understanding of it, so please feel free to correct me, but I do think there is some value in having a natural cortisol spike in the morning. I would take these late afternoon and it would kind of counteract that late afternoon like caffeine crash people get sometimes, or if you have a coffee at lunchtime, that kind of natural jitteriness you have. I'm very much in the phase of my life where I am taking a lot of supplements and vitamins at the moment, so I can't say that I'm particularly missing not taking these because it's just one less tablet to take. So yeah, while I did like these and I will rebuy them, I won't be buying them anytime soon because I'd like to give my body a little break. Next up is something a little on the bougier side. This is the Penh Haligan's Harfetti Body and Hand Lotion. I got given this for Christmas last year, so Harfetti by Penh Haligan's is one of my absolute favourite scents in the whole entire world. It's very unisexy, very oody, very heavy. I do need to like get a scraper and scrape out some of this, but honestly there's barely anything left in it. It's very rich and cloying and heavy, very woody, very oud. Me and Doug both wear this scent. I got the shower gel and the cream for Christmas and I've made it last. These are not cheap. Penh Haligan's isn't cheap. It's about £40 for this much lotion. It's 300ml and it is a hand and body cream, so it isn't the most intensely moisturising lotion I've ever had. I'm very big on hydration and soft skin and moisturising, so that is definitely more of a fragrance lotion. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's a bit thinner. It's kind of more for the fragrance rather than the nourishing properties. I would use this as a layer over a secondary moisturiser when I was using it. I just think the smell is so luxurious. And what I will say is, so I had the shower gel which I used up really quickly and I wanted to save the moisturiser a bit more. Penh Haligan scents, regardless of the fact that they're really eye-wateringly expensive, that lasts really, really well. This is one of the only fragrance lotions I've ever used that leaves a very strong, distinctive scent trail. I would put this on in the morning and I would still be getting compliments on how I smelt like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was with no perfume. So when I was layering that with the shower gel, the lotion and putting the perfume on, it really, really worked. So I think considering how expensive the perfume is, it would really help you in the long run save up some of your perfume if you were layering into your shower routine with the shower gel and the body lotion. I would put this on in the morning and then put my dressing gown on and then go to put my dressing gown on the next morning, and you could smell the lotion in my dressing gown. It was so delicious. I really want one of their candles or their travel candle size of this, and they do have a new range of fragrances out that I really want to go in and try. It's just absolutely one of my favourite brands. So did I like this? I think this is the best fragrance lotion I've ever tried in my whole entire life. And would I rebuy this? Yes, I would. I know it's very expensive. I will leave it at that. I think this is one of those things that I would be happy to splurge on. Into the hair care. So this is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Nourishing Hair Drink, banana flavoured. So this is lamella conditioner. So lamella conditioner, the most obvious example you probably know is the Garnier Wonder Water. So you know, after you've washed your hair, you kind of rinse it through the ends, it gets really, really hot, you leave it for like 10 seconds and then you rinse it out and it leaves your hair looking amazing and glossy. That's Garnier's equivalent of this. I love the Garnier Hair Foods blend, especially the banana range. I just think it smells so good. It's so nourishing. It's one of the best hair products I've consistently used over the last 2 to 3 years, and it's been the best for my hair. So if you're going high street hair products, that will win for me every time, especially the deep conditioner. As a religious user of the L'Oreal one thing that really threw me off about this was you don't do it after conditioning, you do it between shampooing and conditioning. Maybe it's because I'm used to using it at the end, but I felt like I couldn't really tell if this worked because of that. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it did, but it wasn't as noticeable as usually when I use my Wonder Water at the end after conditioning. It feels amazing. If I miss out that step, my hair just feels all right. Whereas I didn't really notice wash to wash if there was much difference whether I use this or not. I did like this, it was all right. I just don't really have much to say about it. Like, I'm very neutral on this. It smelled really good, but I didn't like that in-between step because I kept forgetting it. So while this was all right, I can't even say if I liked it. I didn't like it, I didn't hate it. I wouldn't rebuy it. There's not even much price difference in it, so I just don't think it's worth fixing if it's not broke, you know. Onto the dental care. This is the Listerine Advanced Defense Gum Treatment. I really like this mouthwash. I've never found it in store though. I've always had to order it online. If you struggle with like bleeding gums or like gingivitis, this is really, really, really good. This is the best one I've used that's not Corsadil. Obviously I'm worried about Corsadil staining my teeth, and my teeth are already not the whitest teeth in the world. Yeah, I do really like this. I would rebuy it. If you see this in store, grab it, because I've never seen it in store. I've always had to order it on Amazon, which I try not to do too much as well. So I've got some skincare next. A cleanser. This is the Plenaire Rose Jelly Gentle Makeup Cleanser. This was in a gift bag from an event I went to. I was really pleasantly surprised by this. So I've been hanging on to this for a while because I don't really like rose scented things that much. This is an offensively strong rose scent, and I ran out of my usual cleanser and I hadn't rebought any, so I thought, you know, I'll try this out. It's a very jellyish like texture. It's very light, but it turns really creamy on the skin. I really liked this. This is to be used as a first cleanser as well, so in replacement of like a balm or an oil cleanser. And I'm normally very religious about sticking to my balm and my oil cleansers, but this took off my makeup so well. I was really surprised, considering the texture doesn't feel like oily or balmy. It didn't take a lot to get my makeup off. I threw away the box, but I need to do some more research on this brand and the ingredients, because this didn't break me out. It felt very gentle. I really enjoyed the texture. It says it's a UK made brand. I would be very interested to see if they had any other scents, because the rose, like I said, wasn't too rosy, so it was fine for me to use. But if they had like another fruity scent, or maybe like something scentless, I would be keen to have something that's fragrance free, because I just prefer fragrance free, or something that smells maybe a little bit less fragrant and cloying, because rose is quite a strong smell. Did I like this? Yes, I was really, really pleasantly surprised, and I would absolutely buy this with my own money. I'm going to look up how much it is actually quickly. So they're in stock at Space NK. The 30ml, that's £16 for the 30ml. It's at Space NK, so it's not going to be cheap. So the 100ml is £28, so it's a little bit more than I already pay for my ordinary cleanser, but you know what, I would rebuy it again if I saw it. They do have a lot of other products. They have like a foaming cleanser, and they have like some actives, an enzyme exfoliant. It felt very hydrating and not very stripping, but it doesn't look like they do a fragrance free version. Bit of a random one. Gillette Shave Foam Original Scent shaving cream. I think I picked this up for my boyfriend and then ended up using it for shaving my legs. It was okay. I don't really like shower shaving foams that come out like a gel and then turn into a foam. Do I like this? It was very much okay. Would I rebuy this? Yeah, in a pinch. What do you measure when you feel so neutral about something? I would rebuy it. If it was there and there was no other options, I would rebuy it. That actually in itself says that I wouldn't, so I'm just gonna skip this one. It's just a men's shaving foam. It's alright. I probably wouldn't rebuy it if there was a nice other scent available. Batiste Dry Shampoo Original. I usually like the brown haired one that's for volume, or it's like it's got like a brown can on the front. Yeah, I like this. I try not to make a habit of using dry shampoo too much, but the best way to get the most out of it is to use it before you go to bed. I would rebuy this. Yep, I've discovered that I don't really like buying off-brand dry shampoo, or like Superdrug own dry shampoo. I just think this works better with the least amount, and what I'm trying to get is the least amount of product build up. I don't really know if I've covered that adequately, but I do like this and I would rebuy it. Onto a face mask. I've only got half of it in here. This is a Sephora face mask, moisturising and glowing, and it was a lychee face mask. I got this when I went on a Sephora trip in the summer to the London store. This is my first time going, so I had to get a couple of face masks, obviously. Do I like this? From what I remember, yeah, it was okay. I like the shape of Sephora's face masks, and I think they're quite good value. I always tend to lean towards hydrating face masks because I don't really want any with actives in. They usually burn me or they feel uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I did like this, but I don't think I'd rebuy it. I have a favourite face mask, which I'm going to go get and show you, that I buy every single time for hydrating, and it's always like £1 to £2, if that. I stay talking about this. This is the Simple Rich Moisture Sheet Mask. This is so good. Every single time, this is going to do what you need it to do. Right, another gifted hair care item. So this is the Inky List Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Hair Treatment. This was gifted to me a really long time ago. It's supposed to be like a frizz control serum. The intention for this is that you can use it multiple ways as you can with hyaluronic acid. So you can use this on wet or dry hair, pre or post wash, or as like a styling. Thinly coat all of your hair, leave on, style as usual, use 1 to 2 times a week. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really understand this product and I still don't. I don't understand how you can use hyaluronic acid on dry hair when it's best that you use it on damp skin, because it's kind of like a humectant, so it pulls the moisture from its surroundings. So surely if you're popping it onto dry hair, it's going to dry your hair out more. So I always did it onto wet hair because of this. I always did it after I got out of the shower, after I got out of the bath. I don't really feel like it made much difference to my frizz or, you know, the hydration of my hair. Yeah, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, I didn't notice it, it wasn't great. Personally, I think if you're looking to increase the hydration of your hair, I think there's other products that work amazingly that will be around a similar price point that aren't adding another step to your routine. I didn't like this, I wouldn't rebuy it. More makeup. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Primer. Can you see it? Yes, you can. I bought the travel size version of this because it was £16 and I wanted to try it, and I was scared to committing, and oh my god, I see the hype around this. It smells really citrusy. The scent was okay. I know loads of people say how amazing the scent is. It was very much alright. I don't love it, I don't hate it. It smells like creamy citrus, kind of like skincare-y medicinal, but this feels so nice. My makeup goes on so nice after it. It's so hydrating. I would feel like I wouldn't need to double up with a moisturiser on this. Even though this is the travel size, a little went a very, very long way. This lasted me much longer than I thought it was gonna, and I probably could have made it go further. It's just I was liking it so much, I was getting a little bit liberal. So yeah, it's an all-in-one primer and moisturiser. It just made my skin look so nice. I was so happy with this. So yeah, I fucking love this. I totally get it now. I wish I'd bought it like 4 years ago, and I will be rebuying. And I think, you know what, I think I'm going to keep rebuying the travel size version. While the big version is like £40 and you get like 3 times the product, I have so much makeup that I'm trying and getting through. I quite like the small product, like the small size for traveling and going places and just keeping my makeup bag quite compact and tight. So I am just going to carry on buying the travel size instead of buying the full size version, and sometimes it's okay to do that. I think let's normalize buying travel size. So a bit of a slightly unconventional one is my DMATICA subscription bottles that I've run out of. So I have a DMATICA subscription. I speak actually quite in depth about DMATICA in my how I stopped picking my skin video, which I will put on the screen somewhere or pop the link in the bio for you, maybe both if you're lucky. So I started this obviously on that free trial, you know, the cheapie that everyone does, and now I pay like whatever it is, like £20 a month for a subscription. I'm not gonna lie, very respectfully to DMATICA, that is mainly through my own errors and forgetting to cancel the subscription. But that being said, I took a little break not that long ago and I really noticed my skin going not so great again. So I reinstated my subscription on a discount. I do have like a discount code or something that I'll pop. It's a referral code, you get credit off, I think. I'll pop that around there somewhere. DMATICA's made a huge difference to my skin. You'll probably see from the thumbnail of how I stopped picking my skin, the texture is just, it's just disappearing. I still have some texture, skin has texture, that's normal, but I had a real excess in like lumps, bumps under the skin stuff. So I have adapalene benzoyl peroxide niacinamide. I wanted tretinoin, but for some reason I didn't get it and I didn't know how. What I will say about DMATICA is I often freeze my subscription every other month because you're supposed to eventually work up to using this every day. There's no way in hell my skin is going to be able to take using this every day, so I'm probably still about 3 times a week every other day, and these formulas are set to expire I think monthly, but there's still product left in these. But I do notice that, yeah, there is, I feel drop in the effectiveness of the product if I don't step it up a notch to the next strength. So it feels very wasteful. So I usually freeze, use the product for 2 or 3 months, and then reinstate my subscription to get the next one. So it works out a little bit more financially friendly. So I did get a letter from DMATICA saying they're changing the size of these due to the feedback that people can't get through them quick enough, because you're supposed to use 1 pump for your face. Let me show you. You're supposed to use 1 pump for your whole face, which is that much product, and you're supposed to use it every day, so you'd obviously think that's about 30 pumps. I'm doing what, like 12 to 15 pumps if I'm using that 3 times a week. I did actually try start a new subscription on a different email, and they got me, and they cancelled my account, so sorry. They're clever, they know what they're doing. So yes, I will be repurchasing. This is another shower gel. Oh, let me just open it up, by TriMoon. I can get these at Tesco, which I think why I've got so many in here. This is the Golden Honeycomb. This is really nice. Just straight honey. Not much to say about this, you know me, I just like a good shower gel. I think there's more shower gels in here as well. So not by this brand. So yeah, I do really like it. So I think I would rebuy it. I prefer the Sol de Janeiro dupe over the honey one, I think. It's supposed to be honey, but this smells like a Toffee Hoops Millicona, the yogurt specifically, and I hope you know exactly what I mean, and please try this if you like that smell. I'm not gonna lie, there's actually still so many products in here. The next one is another one of these. This is featured in my last video. This is the HMB Cosmetics Soft Focus Loose Powder. I get Translucent 02, that's the shade. This is the best powder I've ever used. Cleaned out. As a former Laura Mercier translucent powder girly, this is leaps and bounds above it and less than half the price. You know how I feel about ordering online. You do have to order this one online. I don't love it, but yeah, if you like Laura Mercier, try this. Try this, it's so much better. She really did that. I've never tried any other HMB Cosmetics products, so really love it, would rebuy it. I'm currently trying another powder that I got couple of years ago that I just left in the box. You know, we're trying to waste not, want not. It's an ABH translucent powder, and I'm doing okay with it. I'm doing all right with it. So that'll probably be in my next round of product empties. I'll probably buy another one of these once I finish that, unless I love the ABH, but opinion is still unformed. You can barely see what this is. This is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. It's a travel size. I stayed at a friend's house and didn't have any mascara, and I asked if they had some and they gave me this. I'm only recently starting to pay attention to whether I think mascaras are good or not, because I've always worn false eyelashes and don't really care, like it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't usually buy nice mascaras. But then fairly recently I had a lash lift. I'm getting it redone tomorrow actually. And holy shit, this is so good. Turns out I don't think mascaras are bad, I just didn't have great lashes. This stuff makes it so long. I want to rebuy the big one of this, but again, you know me, I love travel size things, so I am tempted by the travel size. Does anyone really need full size anything? Like, mascaras always go off before you use a full size one. Even pre-lash lift, I was really impressed with the length and the thickness and the blackness of these. Yeah, I really like this. I think I will be rebuying it. Again, I have another mascara that I'm waiting to use up. That's the only reason I'm stopping myself rebuying things. Empty box. My favourite soap in the whole entire world is the Detto Original Bar Soap. This is meant for your skin. Detto do bath products before people are like, oh my god, you shouldn't be using that on your skin. They also do a bath product, which I really like. My mum used to use this on me. I feel like Detto products might be a little bit of a cultural thing, but yeah, Detto Original Bar Soap. You get 2 bars in this. Do you? Or no, it comes in a pack of 2. It's a twin pack. This first in the shower or the bath to get you feeling squeaky clean, and then you go in with your shower gel. This is antibacterial. This is just for cleaning. Like, this is not like getting you squeaky clean. And I'm not really trying to do hygiene Olympics here, because I know that that's what this sometimes devolves into, but I just love, I've always used a bar soap and then a shower gel anyway. Like, I double up. It's cheap. You can get it in Savers, you can get it in Poundland, you can get it in like any of those Bath and Body shops. Boots sell it. I don't know if Superdrug sell it. Do love it. Would rebuy it. You should start getting it. It does smell a bit like Dettol, but it doesn't leave like a lingering scent of antibacterial on your skin. Seems like a good time to segue on to a Dove body wash. So yeah, this and this is like my dream combo. I have recently found a new limited edition flavour though, so I'm trying that out. This is the shea butter and vanilla scent. Really like this. I just think it's so creamy and it's so lovely, and that combined with that, it just gets me feeling really cozy. I know lots of people have a lot to say about Dove, but these are just good. I always think I'm not that fussed about like shower and bath products, but I really am, aren't I? Like, I spend a lot of time in the bath as well, putting out a call. I am looking for stronger vanilla scent shower gel or bath kind of foam, that kind of thing, because this, I can't smell this on my skin after, so let me know. Makeup, those Revolution eyebrow pencils I always use. These are the micro eyebrow pencils. They're like super small. They're about £4. That's how small it is. That's what I've done my eyebrows with today. I get the darkest one. I always rebuy these. My only criticism is they run out really quickly. I have a new one now. They're sometimes hard to get hold of, they sell out. Someone on a previous video did recommend me the Primark eyebrow pencil that apparently is right similar to this, but I can never find it. It's always sold out, so let me know if you use that and you've used this one, because I want to know how they work in comparison. I will always like this. I will always rebuy this. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. I'm not trying to spend £20 on an eyebrow pencil. This is the Maui Moisture Nourish and Moisture Dry Oil in the flavour Coconut Milk. It's a weightless oil mist for dry hair. I have a complex relationship with this. The instructions say to spray evenly onto damp hair, then blow dry to infuse into the hair shaft. It also says that you can finish your hair by misting all over for optimal shine and to control frizz. One spray of this will literally make you need to wash your hair again. This will leave you dripping in grease. If you do even like 2 on the end, you're getting stringy, lank disgustingness. This was given to me by a friend a really long time ago, as they didn't have the correct hair type for this. They had quite fine blonde hair, and they said, oh, like it doesn't work. I think it's too heavy for my hair. Do you want to try it? Your hair's thicker, you've got more of it. I did one spray straight onto the hair. Grease city. I didn't want to waste it, so I adopted a different method which worked. So I would spray it into my hands, rub it in, and then like brush it over my hair. Still, if you did too much of this, it was doing too much. One spray was enough. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like this. I would never rebuy this because I just don't see how this is not making anyone's hair look greasy. Also, I sprayed this into my hair like twice and it went all over my bathroom floor and I fell over and hit my head. So no points for Maui. Palmer's softening moisturising body oil. I really like this. You know how I feel about having a soft skin. I really like this. I will use this on wet skin when I get out of the shower, followed by moisturiser, sometimes followed by a fragrance lotion. I'm obsessed with not being dry. I really like this one. I would say I'm not going to rebuy this one because the one I usually get is the in shower one, and while I'm pretty sure they're the same product, I prefer the lid because the other one's a pump. I feel like the pump lid's a bit better for in the shower. I am looking for a slightly better, again, in shower oil with a fragrance in it that I like. So I think I might make my own. Been having a look online. I think I'm going to formulate my own. But this feels like the most nourishing for my skin. Got that classic Palmer's cocoa butter smell as well. Honestly, I've been sat on the floor for like an hour and a half filming this. My legs are killing me. You know me. Nivea soft girly through and through. I haven't been able to get the big tub for a really long time. I have one now, but tell me why they were charging like £8 for a big tub. I was like, I can get that for £3. So I had these. This again was for traveling and staying away. So I might actually keep this and fill it up because it's really good, like rather than carrying the massive tub around. I use this for my face and my body. I'm so glad to just have gone back to a simple moisturiser because this is and has been the best moisturiser for my face for months now. It's just so cheap, it's always readily available, it leaves my skin really hydrated, it sits really well under makeup, it smells pretty inoffensive, there's not a lot of fragrance to it, it's got like a little bit of a talky smell, and it's just great on the body, and I mix it with the body with essential oils as well, so it smells nicer. Yeah, I just think can't go wrong, so that's why I have 3 different pots of it. After my absolute nightmare with the CosRX spot stickers, I tried these ones from Superdrug. They're Superdrug own brand, they're salicylic acid ones. There was 30 stickers in here. I can't remember how much they were. They were really cheap though. They were maybe like £3-4 and they were on a 3 for 2 with something else. These ones were fish and shell shapes. They're really getting creative, so definitely for me, not for wearing out the house. So I've tried out quite a few different brands of spot stickers and been like just disappointed every single time. So pleasantly surprised with these ones. These are the second best I've used next to CosRx, and also way more accessible to get than CosRx because you can get them in Superdrug. Cannot recommend these more. Decent size, decent price, decent quantity. They had a few cute designs, but I got these ones because they had like rainbows and clouds as well. But I would put these on and genuinely the spot would be almost flat by the next morning. They stayed on all night as well. Just make sure you're putting them on clean, dry skin. These are 100% getting repurchased and I would absolutely recommend them. Another lip treatment. This is the Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Balm. This is by the brand Fresh. This is a miniature. I got this in a Space NK advent calendar a couple of years ago. I never opened it. I found the box in my cupboard. This has no flavour, no colour, and is like a neutral lip balm as far as I could tell. It's part of their Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment range. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really feel like a lip treatment. If I'm to compare it texturally to Vaseline, the balm and the stick had a great spread and a great texture compared to somewhere like Burt's Bees, which is quite a thin texture. So it really went on the lips nicely, but it felt like it sat on top of the lips. I would genuinely prefer Vaseline to this. I was waiting for it to feel really good and nourishing, and I did get used to it, but I would have to layer this again with 2 products. The balm was really, really soft, which was a positive, but this packaging, I don't know if it's because it's the travel size or what, was so bad because the balm was so soft. It literally, the stick kept snapping, so you couldn't put it out literally hardly more than like a couple of millimeters because the stick broke the second I used it, and then where it was so soft it was getting all stuck and jammed up inside the lid, so I had to stop using it early because I was like scraping it out with a spatula. So I don't know if that's a design flaw of the miniature and maybe the full size is more sturdy, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed in that. Even though I got it in the advent calendar, I think if you're paying full price for this you would be a bit sad because Fresh isn't cheap. If you're going to buy a Fresh lip product, I would really recommend their balms in the pot. They do a really nice mango one, they do a coconut, they do a raspberry. You have to stick your finger in them, so they're a little bit less hygienic, but they are just a lip balm, but they are a much better treatment in my opinion than these ones. I think spend your money on that rather than this. I had one that should have been in this empties video, but when it was about 3/4 of the way through I lost it on a night out. Absolutely heartbroken because the packaging on them is beautiful too. This is a primer that I was really excited to try because I've been really wanting to try this for years and I've just never bit the bullet because I have a bit of a funny relationship with primers. Is the IlaMasca Hydra Veil Primer. I, of all places, found this in TK Maxx, again a travel size version. Let's just admit travel size is the best way to try products. So you don't get a huge amount, so you can see in there it is quite deep. You get 7 mils, but it goes a really long way. I believe they may have discontinued this product, but I could just be completely making that up. This is a moisturising primer that has a very unique consistency, so it's very jelly-like. So when you scoop it out, it comes out literally broken apart like jelly. What I found because of that is you can just dip your finger and get some of the moisture, and you can be quite sparing with it. I really liked the way this went on. I liked that it felt very thin. I didn't feel like you had to wait for it to dry down a very long time because it just kind of disappeared into your face. I can't remember how much I got this for, but I was so excited to try it. My only criticism, I don't know if I would rebuy it now knowing what I know. I had about 1/4 left, and this is completely my error, and it's something to do with the constitution of the primer and how it's kind of set up, and it is that jelly-ish, very, very lightweight primer. I closed it and I clearly didn't close it properly, and I had about 1/4 left, and the next day I came to it and it completely evaporated. All of the product was gone. Like it had just dried out. There was barely anything left in there. I didn't even get to finish this. I couldn't tell you where this went. It had actually just disappeared. So that was my own fault. It was very disappointing, but it's because I'd left it closed maybe like with that much of a gap instead of closing it properly. So while I do really like this, I don't think I would rebuy it because if we're drawing comparison, I bought the Bobbi Brown first and then I bought the IlaMasca, but I was more excited to try this. So I tried this first and then didn't open this and use it at the same time, and I much preferred the Bobbi Brown. I do really like how this went on the skin though. I think they're similar price points, but yeah, the makeup just looked so gorgeous under this one. Mini Garnier Micellar Water. Not much to say about this. Again, I use this for traveling, so I'll probably keep this packet and fill it back up actually, if I can. Yeah, really like it. Really like a Garnier. Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint in the shade 11. I've had this such a long time. This lasts me so long. If anyone else had this, tell me it's lasted you that long, because I have two of these. I have two different shades that I mix. 11 is my summer shade. I think 9 or 6 is my winter shade. This is really good. It is more like a lightweight foundation or a light coverage foundation than even medium coverage than a skin tint, because this is covering everything. I'm currently using and wearing the NARS skin tint, and I still think this is heavier coverage than the NARS. I do think this is kind of misrepresented when they say it's a skin tint, because it is giving foundation. But yeah, I think this is one of the best skin tints or foundations I've ever used. I really liked this. You get 32ml, but it lasts such an incredibly long time. It's really thin, it's really spreadable. I'm really keen to try the new stick version of this, but it looks a little bit greasy. So if you've tried it, I'd be really curious to see what you think. You can see a fair amount of difference there. I personally like to err on the paler side and then bronze up, because I think it just means you don't have to have like 1,000 different shades of foundation. And you'll know the struggle if you're mixed race. You go absolutely 2 different colours in winter and summer. I go so dark in the summer, so warm and like rich toned, and in the winter I just go so sallow and unhealthy looking. Love it. Would rebuy it. Will rebuy it probably once I'm done with the NARS. This is the OKeefe's Cooling Repair Lip Repair Cooling Relief Lip Balm. OKeefe's is actually for like construction workers or like people that really suffer with dry, chapped, cracked skin. I bought this because, you know me, lip balm sucker for extremely dry, cracked lips. Didn't love it. It was okay. I used it. I like the packaging, really easy to spot, really tiny, really convenient. Didn't really like the mint, but didn't realise I'd bought a mint one. I don't need cooling relief, so probably would just buy it. They do a cherry flavour, I think. But again, it was good. I could tell that it really helped, but I didn't like the feel of it. It was quite thin. I like something that's quite balmy, as opposed to like a thin layer, but I suppose I'm not really their target audience, or maybe not everyone wants like a glossy finish on their lip balm. So I think I did really like this, but I probably wouldn't rebuy it. It was quite expensive. It was about £8 to £10, so there is just other lip balms that I would rather spend my money on. This is the CosRx Snail Mucin Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. It's a bit of a hyped product, isn't it? Like, you see this everywhere. I liked it. It was quite good. I did feel like I got a lot of hydration into my face, and while it was fairly expensive, I think it's about £27, it lasted me forever. A little goes a long way. You need one pump for your whole face, if that. Doesn't really ick me out, the fact that it's snail mucin, although I do feel bad from like an anti-cruelty standpoint, because there's no cruelty-free way to collect snail slime, whatever people tell you. I think that's probably why I won't rebuy, because that's a little bit too hardcore for me. I know a lot of these products aren't 100% cruelty-free. I am slowly trying to make my way away from products that and companies that animal test, but I will say be patient with me please, because it is a little bit of a journey. A lot of stuff is sent to me. A lot of stuff is stuff I've had historically for like a really long time, so I am going to just use it and finish it. The CosRx, really nice texturally. Again, like I said, really long lasting, really good in that sense. Really hydrating. I do think it's really good. It does feel like a bit of a luxurious non-essential step in my skincare routine, and there's a lot of claims online about that one, that it's going to like fix your texture and everything. It is just a hydrating product. It's not going to do that, so it's not got any actives in it, so just bear that in mind. So yeah, I do really like it, but no, I don't think I'm going to rebuy it. So this is a bit of home fragrance. This is Dark Honey and Tobacco Candle by Cleo Candles. This is kindly gifted to me by a small business called Cleo Candles. I really like tobacco, vanilla, honey scents, warm rich scents, so they messaged me on Instagram and asked if I'd liked a candle, so I selected this one. This is one of those things that will turn into an organic purchase for me, because I'm sure you've seen this in like the background of nearly all my videos. This is a perfect winter scent. It's definitely more honey than tobacco, that kind of like toffee-ish cloying honey scent that's really nice, but it makes a really nice home fragrance. It's not too masculine, so if you enjoy like tobacco smells but prefer a bit of sweetness from your candles, this is the one. I try not to use this too quickly, so I was only burning it like an hour at a time, But yeah, I got through it very, very quickly. I wasn't sent this very long ago. It's always nice to support small businesses as well. So that is everything, I think. Thank you so much for watching. That is literally all of those products. So that is a couple of months collected there. So there's quite a lot of stuff. I do really like filming these videos, but I'm always surprised at how long it takes me to actually get through a decent amount of products to make a long video. That being said, I would be really interested to know that whether you'd prefer the longer length video that takes longer to film, or if you'd rather I break this up into like 3 or 4 videos and just post them a bit more frequently. So let me know that in the comments. Let me know any feedback, you know, I'm really into that. Be really curious to see if that we disagree on any of the products, so whether you really like them, whether you don't, or if there's any other products that you've bought from previous videos that you really like. I love hearing about that. This is a monumental amount of plastic. Like I said at the beginning, I'm trying to buy less beauty, and a lot of this stuff is things that I either need quite frequently, like shower gel, or things that I am using up that have been sitting in my beauty cupboard either through PR or Christmas gifts or that kind of thing. That being said, while I've reduced my plastic consumption, this is still an inordinate amount. So what I will always say is that Boots and John Lewis do hard to recycle beauty products schemes. So I believe you can scan in on the app. I don't know about how it works for John Lewis, but for Boots you can scan in on the app and you can exchange and drop off your old hard to recycle things. So things like this, or things like this particularly, you can drop them off in store and you can exchange them for Boots points. So they will take that and recycle it. I think you just need to make sure it's clean. So I would implore you to please look into doing that at some point. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will pop all my social links and everything in the bio below in the little description box. I upload Sunday and Wednesday evenings, so if you enjoyed watching my video, and hopefully this has been a nice long one for you, please feel free to drop me a comment, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Have a lovely rest of your day.